Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got some excellent shows in store for you guys here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So yesterday we did a live where we're reacting to a pretty big piece of news that we got from Basketball Forever, which was essentially saying that LeBron James is on the verge of announcing that he's going to be retiring. I then quickly did some research, and I was able to unearth an article from Yahoo Sports that I want to quickly read. It says, people around the NBA believe LeBron James may soon announce he'll retire after the 2025-26 season. It says, despite all the speculation that LeBron James is unhappy with the Lakers and may soon ask to be traded, it's very unlikely he will leave the team this offseason. A report in The Athletic said that according to sources, James is expected to be with the Lakers training camp once the training camp starts. In fact, a Clutch Points article indicated that the superstar intends to retire as a member of the Purple and Gold and that the 2025-2026 season may not be his last in the NBA. But according to another Clutch Sports article, this offseason may be James's final go-round. Many around the league are beginning to connect the dots that James may not sign another contract with the Lakers because he may not sign another contract at all, wrote Brett Siegel. Everyone knows that retirement is on the horizon for LeBron, and multiple agent scouts and rival team representatives shared with Clutch Points that they believe LeBron James is gearing up to announce he'll retire after the 2025-26 season. One executive believes that this is the time for the 40-year-old to announce that he'll retire after the season. Haven't we all talked about year 23 and being his last? One Western Conference scout told Clutch Points, it is clear he isn't happy with the way things are going with the Lakers, and this would be the best time for him to go out on his own terms. Not to mention, we are out here in Las Vegas, and the worst kept secret regarding expansion is that LeBron wants in on a team that will be coming here. So that's the first article. Then there's another article that I want to quickly read from. It says, Lakers LeBron James retirement rumors get Colin Cowherd's stamp of approval. Analyst Colin Cowherd believes the rumors that Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James could announce his retirement. So then there's some sound that we want to get into. But while Colin was speaking on his show, he then takes it a step further and essentially reveals the shadow hand that's in the background that essentially is forcing LeBron out of the Lakers. But before we even get into what Colin Cowherd had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using Game Time. Game Time is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60-plus states in the US and Canada. Game Time saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to play exactly what Colin Cowherd had to say. I want you guys to listen to this sound in its entirety. If you have to play it back 2 times, play it back 2 times, because I want you guys to listen carefully to what he had to say and what he thinks is really going on here and why he thinks this is going to happen. Take a listen to what Colin Cowherd had to say here.
All week long, off vacay, I've been saying, don't listen to this LeBron James stuff. He's got a no-trade clause. You're not going anywhere, at least not now. Breadcrumbs becomes headlines. It's all nonsense. Here's something, though, I do believe, and I believe it strongly. Clutch Sports or Clutch Points, there's an article today that says people around the NBA believe LeBron is going to announce he's retiring after the 2025 season, and that may not be a year away, that he may announce this is his last season, and I do buy that for 2 reasons primarily. Number one, clearly the Lakers feel Luka is the future. LeBron knows it. Luka knows it. Everybody in the organization knows it. Even when AD was dominant and in his prime, it was still LeBron's team in LA. It was still, LeBron was the playmaker. He was sort of the shoulders up leader of the team, guiding them in timeouts, player coach. It was LeBron's team, even when AD was dominant in the COVID year. And LeBron, for 23 years, has been the number one priority of every organization and almost always the best player. I would say the best player. And now he's not. This year, he's not going to be the best player. Luka in shape will be the best player. LeBron also knows the new owners are not going to get backed into a corner and bullied. These new owners moved off Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, Max Scherzer, Manny Machado. They could have had Manny Machado to a long deal. He goes to their rival, the Padres, and is an all-star. He's an incredible player. Let him walk. Zach Greinke, let him walk. They do this. They'll pay for Ohtani in his prime. They'll pay for Mookie Betts in his prime or Freddie Freeman in his prime. Okay, they're not like going to hang around and pay you a fortune. Here's the other thing. The new CBA, LeBron's too expensive and too old for a guy that won't and you can't build around. The smart teams now, the smart GMs are getting 4 and 5 years ahead on this thing. Nobody's paying the luxury tax anymore. And everything with LeBron operates in the near term. Nobody operates like that now that knows what they're doing. So LeBron's just the latest casualty of the new CBA. People aren't going to blow through the luxury tax like Joe Lacob did for years in the Warriors dynasty. That is over. And it's not his play. He's a top 10, 12 guy on any night. His play is remarkable. But he is now hard to sign. He's an old, expensive guy who doesn't want to give you, sure, he'd take a 4 or 5 year deal now. You shouldn't pay him that. So the best GMs are not going to want a part of what LeBron's become. You know, it's like LeBron's a little bit like those tight-fitting skinny jeans. They can still look good on people, but it's not the current fashion, right? Little out of style, little out of fashion. So it's not his play. But I can see LeBron looking at it thinking, if you've been the number one priority and had control for 23 years, Michael Jordan didn't have control for 23 years. They told him, this is the last dance. Okay, LeBron's arguably the only player in NBA history. Control, beginning to end. The minute he was drafted, that point forward, he had a lot of control. And the minute he didn't get it in Miami or didn't feel like he was going to get it with Pat Riley, he took it back and went to Cleveland.
Excellent. So you heard his commentary. Let's just get into it. For the longest time, I had been trying to figure out how did we get here? Okay, the situation is this. Last year, LeBron James made an all-NBA second team. I think in LeBron's mind, the Lakers were going to offer him an extension because he looked around the league. People like James Harden were getting extensions. He made an all-NBA team, etc. So LeBron probably thought, well, I played well enough for me to be able to do this. But then something interesting happened. First was them acquiring Luka Doncic. But the real thing that happened was when the Lakers made the sale of the team. When they made the sale of the team, that's when things changed because they now brought in a new ownership group. And this ownership group are the ones that are pulling the strings. Initially, we thought, according to what they said, Jeannie Buss is still in charge of basketball operations. Nah. Yeah, she may be in charge of operations, but she may not be the one giving the orders. It may be the new people in town. And when you sell something for $10 billion and I buy something off of you for $10 billion, you better believe I'm going to have some say so. Obviously, there's going to be a transition period, a handover period where people have to kind of learn the systems, etc., the way they do things and all of that, the best practices in the organization. We get all of that. But it is clear to me that this new ownership group said, no, we're not extending you. We're not extending you. You're too old, too expensive at that age. We're not going to do it. We're not going to go into the second apron for you. It's just not going to happen. And I think that is what really caused this to happen. I think LeBron was probably forced into a position he didn't want to be in. I think LeBron thought the Lakers were going to offer him extend an offer sheet to him, or maybe 1 year plus one, right? And then go out in 2 more years. But I think that's not the case of what happened. And it's the reason why I think they were kind of pouting in the media when all those reports started coming out by Dave McMenamin. This team, 4 teams of contact for a trade and this and this and this. And then the Lakers said, okay. And then they now said, you can have everybody contact you. Hell, the Dallas Cowboys can contact you, whatever you want. All I know is that we're only accepting expiring contracts, and they just slammed the door on them. They just slammed the door on him, and Colin is essentially revealing what happened in the background. It's the new ownership group. They're simply not going to pay that kind of money for a player that age anymore. They're not going to do it. They're just going to save the dollars. They're just going to save the dollars. They're not going into the luxury tax. They're not doing any of that. He explained to you that smart guys are getting ahead of this thing, and LeBron James likes to do this thing from his very short term. He never really signs with a team for very long. He always keeps them on their toes. But in this case, this organization or this new group is saying, no, we're not doing that. Which further indicates to me that had the team not been sold, LeBron would have still been a Laker for the foreseeable future. This explanation is what makes the most sense to me. Right? It makes the most sense to me. So, look, guys, these are my thoughts. What I want to know from you guys, do you think that what Colin Cowherd makes any sense at all? And if you think so, let me know why you think so in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.